Hello and welcome. This class is going to be a slow flow for kind of if you feel like the world is spinning too fast and you want it to slow down. So for things, mostly anxiety, if you're somebody who has anxiety and feels like they don't have enough time for themselves or to just stop and the mind's consistently going, I feel you. This class and these types of movements are what help me when I'm feeling like the world is moving too fast and I'm unable to slow down. And if you don't want to hear the whole spiel, you can skip on ahead, but I'm going to talk about why I picked these poses, why I picked these movements. So if you're like, yeah, I just want to flow, go ahead, skip on ahead. But for those of you sticking around, I picked the thoracic spine and the hip flexors, and I find that when anxiety arises, the breath becomes too fast and it becomes short and shallow. And a stress response, right, is you curling in on yourself, you feeling like you don't have enough space, you feeling like you can't breathe, and the fascia and the muscles around this area, especially if you're somebody who has hunched shoulders, closes in on itself, and we're unable to take that big breath. We're unable to focus on creating space for ourselves because it's too busy going crazy up here. So that is one of the things that I chose. So we'll be doing some twists, we'll be doing some opening in this thoracic spine area, and also our hip flexors, aka our psoas. Our psoas is a fear muscle. It's a muscle that tends to get tight. And I feel like the number one thing when you get anxious or have anxiety is that you're fearful. And at least that is for me. I'm speaking from personal experience. And back in the day, in order to run away from danger, we would use these muscles. They would tighten and they would help coil us and spring us away from danger. Nowadays, we don't have to run away from danger most of the time, but our body still responds in the same way. So our hip flexors do get tighter, or maybe as a result of sitting for too long, those hip flexors stay tight and then they actually cause the anxiety. So we'll be opening up those hip flexors because in turn they do have fascia and relations with our diaphragm, our area that helps us breathe. So we're going to be helping open and move these areas in slow ways so that, you can feel more expansive, more focused on your breath. So here we go. Let's start on our back. You can take a big pillow and put them under both of your knees, or just lie down all the way with the knees bent, placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Starting this connection with ourselves and only paying attention to the breath and its depth, the way it sounds, the way it feels, the way it smells. So as you breathe in, feel that the low belly fills up first, followed by the middle of your torso, all the way up into your chest and throat. Then on your exhale, feel the hand deflate. And then the other one. Inhale. And exhale. And then as you do this, you can actually tap your right hand, then your left hand to whatever beat that feels necessary to you. Maybe you breathe in tempo with your hands, maybe to the beat of 4. Let's do 4 more breaths, just like this. Inhale. Tapping or not tapping, focusing on expanding the diaphragm and ribs. Exhaling. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. You can keep the eyes open or closed. And then come back to normal breathing. We're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other, interlace the fingers. From here, we'll start to engage the muscles on the back of the heart. So staying in this bridge pose, punch your fist up towards the ceiling, feeling that your upper back kind of domes into the mat. Exhale, bring the shoulders back to lightly touch the mat. Push away. Inhale. Exhale. Light, small movements. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Punch up. Exhale. From here, release the fingers. Start to curl your tailbone under. So feeling that low back, that area right at the top of your hips. Lift them up. So I'm only lifting 2 to 3 inches here on this low bridge. Poke your glutes if you need to feel like you don't know if they've turned on. Let's just stretch the wrists, attuning that breath, breathing in and out, focusing on the expansion of the ribs. Focus on the feeling in the wrists and forearms as you stretch. Go ahead and switch to the left wrist. Reaching the left thumb away from all the other fingers. Finding space within yourself. Finding space to move and breathe. And then from here, gently lower your upper, middle, and then lower back. Now, if you would like to do abdominals, you can stay with me here, or you can skip on ahead. But I tend to find that the more strength that you have in this area, the more control you have over your own strength and also your breath, your ability to breathe. So from here, go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the head. Elbows point up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, pull down through the low belly. Feel the area that's right above your tailbone press into the mat as you lift your head and shoulders off of the floor. Let your head lean back into your hands. And then we're going to take our left forearm across our ribs as if they were a seat belt and help pull them down. Inhale. Hand behind the head, lower down. Exhale, come up. Right arm across your low ribs as if they were a seatbelt. And help pull them down as you lift a little higher. Inhale, lower the head and shoulders. Add on if you wish here. Exhale, come up. Pull down with the left forearm and maybe bring the right knee over the right hip. Inhale, lower everything down, lower down. Exhale, come up. Right arm over the right ribs. Left knee can come over the left hip. We're starting to awaken that hip flexor area. Lower the left foot. Inhale, lower the head and shoulders. Let's do this one more time. Exhale, come up. Sashay across your ribs, right knee over the right hip. Stay here. Maybe you press your left hand into your right thigh. Feeling the connection between the two, pulling down through the low belly. And then inhale, lower everything. Last time, exhale, come up. Right hand, forearm over the ribs. Left knee over the left hip. Option to press the two in towards each other. Really push down through that sacrum. And then inhale, lower everything down. Bringing the knees into the chest. Rocking left and right, massaging out the low back. And then in your own way, go ahead and release your feet to be mat distance apart, toes facing forward. Palms face up, away from the body. From here, allow your knees to fall to the right, but your left foot is kind of facing, / left knee is facing at a 45-degree angle. So push through the inner edge of your left foot in order to open this in the front left hip. From here, place your right hand on your ribs and pull the ribs upwards. So trying to pull them out of the pelvis as you reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Breathe here, create space. No breath is too big. You can also kind of make sure the ribs knit inward as you pull them up. So you're not trying to allow them to lift towards your chin. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Allow the knees to come back to center and then guide them towards the left. Press through the inner part of your right foot. Right arm reaches upwards. Hands help guide the ribs out of the pelvis, out of your hips. As you reach the right fingers further northward. Feel the texture of your breath. Feel the way it moves your ribs in and out. Last one in. And exhale. From here, go ahead, bring the knees back, facing up, and bring them in your own way. Come on up to your hands and knees. This next bit is for thoracic rotation, but also extension. I'm going to give you two options depending on the flexibility of your knees. You can either sit back close to your heels for this pose with your elbows down, or you can bring the hips over the knees and come down to your elbows. So know that you have a limited range here. If you're able, this is my first preference. If you're not, go ahead and lift the hips away from the heels. So elbows come under the shoulders. Right one first. Thumb faces up, left hand behind the head or goal post. On your inhale, lift your head into your hand as you push down through the elbow and open up your chest to the left. Exhale, close your chest back off towards the floor. Inhale, push down and open up. Exhale, close. Good. 3 more times. Go at your own pace. Focus on your motions. Inhale. Exhale. Can you invite more space in to breathe? Last one. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's do the other side. So left thumb faces up. Align your elbow and shoulder with each other. For me, it's kind of right on the inside of the left knee, but everybody's spines are different. Right hand behind the head. On your inhale, push down through the left elbow and open up to the right. Exhale, close it off. Inhale, open. Exhale. Listen to the sound of your breath. Find more space for it in the nooks and crannies of your diaphragm. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one in. And exhale. Good. If you are not in quadruped, come into it now. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Coming in to thread the needle. Take the left hand, open it up. Exhale, thread it underneath of you. Coming onto the outside of that left hand and the outside of your left cheek, walking the right hand to noon. Taking a moment here to gently relax and open up those muscles that we were actively opening and moving. As you breathe, attune yourself to the rhythm of peace. To the rhythm of consistency within yourself. To be bigger than you are. Bring the right hand underneath of you, push the ground away. And switch sides. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, thread it underneath of you. Noticing if this side feels different. Maybe walk the left hand to noon on a clock. Change within ourselves typically comes when we notice. Notice how we breathe. Notice how we move. Notice where the tightness is. Bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Push yourself back into quadruped. And then in your own way, come up to kneeling. If you need to put a blanket or pillows underneath of the knees, you're more than welcome to. And whether your toes are curled under or not is a personal preference. Take a moment here in kneeling, feeling, we are a little shorter in stature because we don't have our full length, but how tall we actually are when we stack our spine and have the space to breathe. On your inhale, reach the arms forward in front of you, feeling those shoulder blades separate as if we were, punching that fist forward. And then reach our arms up overhead. Actually interlace your fingers here. And try to reach your fist upwards as you reach your tailbone downwards. So tuck it, feel the glutes on as you reach. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Step the left foot forward, untuck your toes. Pausing here in modified crescent lunge. So in this space, feel the stability of your foundation. This right glute is on. The left foot is pulling towards you. And let's roll the shoulders back one at a time. Allowing the ribs to move a little bit, but not allowing this front knee to move. Go ahead and step your left knee back to meet your right. Inhale, arms reach up. Maybe interlace the fingers, pushing upwards. And then exhale, hands come down to the side. Step the right foot forward. Feel your foundation, feel your breath. Maybe touch your hands to your torso at first. And then start to roll the shoulders, attuning to your own breath. And then bring the right knee next to the left. Arms reach forward and up. This time keep them separate. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Small movements here. Exhale, sweep the left arm down and open to the left. Feel as if your arms are an expansion of your ribs, letting breath and light expand into you. Sweep it back up, inhale. It may sound cheesy, but when you can breathe better, you sure as heck feel better. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Bring the left knee next to the right. And let's bring the right foot forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sweep the right arm down and open to the right. Inhale, forward and up. Left glute is on. Exhale, drop it down, open up. Inhale, sweep it up. Last one, exhale, down and open. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring the hands back, or bring the knees back to each other and sit back on your heels. Let's move into a child's pose. Arms can reach out in front of you, forehead on the ground. Maybe you focus your gaze on the mat. Maybe it's a little blurry. Maybe it's a little cross-eyed. That's okay. Our body's going to do things. Inhale, slowly lift the torso. Come in on up. Moving into the second series / continuation of our first. Stepping this left foot forward. Knowing that if you need to grab a book or a block, you can always place it underneath the right hand, underneath the right shoulder. We're doing a variation of open the book in this crescent lunge. On the inhale, sweep the left arm up. And on your exhale, sweep it underneath the left thigh. And maybe you round the back, dropping your chin to your chest. Inhale, flat back. Push down through the right arm to help you open the torso. We'll do this 3 more times. You can also lift this back knee. Exhale, bring it under you, round the spine. Inhale, open up. Exhale, open up that upper back. Use this forearm on your hamstring to help as leverage. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Lift your back knee regardless of who you are and turn to the right side of the mat. Standing here, I'll turn to face you since this is what's happening. Our feet are wider than our hips. Just push back in your hips as you bend one knee and then the other. And as you move, make them slow or as fast as you need them, but you don't want the knees to go forward. So you can use your hands as the buffer to help you sit back to the left and back to the right. Option to also use your hands on blocks. Focusing on expanding into your inner thighs. And then go ahead and turn back towards your left foot, back towards the front of the mat. Lower all the way down. Bring your forehead to the backs of the hands as they stack on top of one another. And then bend the knees, allowing your femurs to move back and forth in their sockets. And let's move to the other side. Gently straighten the legs. You can roll to one side and push yourself up, or push yourself up like a reverse push-up. Come up into kneeling. Step the right foot forward. Left hand can come to a block if needed. I need it. On your inhale, expand and open to the right. If reaching the arm up is a bother to you, you can always use the elbow like as if you were pulling a lawnmower. So like pulling it to help open. Exhale, sweep the right arm under your right thigh, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, open up. Exhale, sweep it under, round the spine as you tuck the chin. Option to lift the back knee if you want to. Inhale, open up, push down through that left arm. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Turn the toes to the left. as you shift back and forth for side lunges. You want your toes to both face forward, not out. Focus on keeping a flat back. You can also stay up here. So if you're somebody who rounds the back the moment they try to reach downwards, just stay up here. Keep your hands on your thighs as you move left to right. Listen to your breath. Add those taps if you need to. And then go ahead and turn towards the front of the mat. Stepping back, lowering all the way down. Lowering down doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a way to get down. Hands stack, forehead on top of the backs of the hands. Bend your knees and allow them to move left and right. Feeling the full weight of your body on the mat. And as you breathe, allow that breath to kind of press down and open up the back of your heart. Good. Gently move away from the ground. Coming back up to kneeling. And we're going to move from the start. Move from the start. We're going to add it all together. If you want to repeat the flow, you can go back to the beginning where we started. Or here, we're going to add on, creating new space, and then gently slow down. So on your inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Interlace the fingers, pushing upwards. On your exhale, gently release the right hand to your right side and do a side bend to the right as you reach the left arm up and over. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, drop the left hand down the left thigh as you reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, reach both arms up, step the left foot forward. Drop the arms, shoulder rolls. So the best part about this flow, you know what's coming, you know what's expected of you. It's the same movements, we're just getting to know them a little bit better. Sometimes with anxiety, the fear of not knowing what's next is what's most fearful, right? Makes you the most anxious. So try to be here in your body, understanding the movements expected of you to find expansiveness. Gently bring your hands down to the inside of your left thigh. They can come onto blocks if they need to. Coming into lizard pose. So my knee is behind the hip this time, but my right knee is behind my hip. My left knee stacked over the left ankle. I have the option here to lift the right knee. I do not have to, but I can. As you sit here and breathe, breathe to the bottom of your belly. Breathe through the middle of your chest, all the way up into your throat. Feel that breath move. And then from here, peel the left hand off the ground, coming into twisted crescent. Exhale, thread it under you. Tuck the chin, round the back. Inhale, open up. Lean into that right shoulder to help you open up. Don't let your ribs go forward towards the ribs, but keep them away. Exhale underneath of you. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale. Curl the right toes under. Lift the right knee. Turn to the right for those side lunges, back and forth. Option here to add in small twists. So as you bend the right knee, you can reach the right arm up. As you bend the left knee, you can reach the left arm up. And just move back and forth. Focusing maybe onto your breath. And then go ahead and turn towards the front of the mat. Step forward, feet meeting. Shake the head yes and no. Bend your knees so much that your ribs rest on the thighs. Or you can always, put a pillow in between the two. And then from here, go ahead and step the left foot back. Lower the left knee. Slide the right knee next to it. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, drop the left arm down as you reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm reaches down as the left arm reaches up and over. Inhale as you reach both up. Step the right foot forward. Arms come down by your side. Roll the shoulders here. Now we've done this on our left side. We know what to expect on our right. Roll those shoulders. Allow them to give you space. And then gently hinging from this left hip, bring the hands down on the inside of your right foot. You can walk the left knee backwards a little bit. Feel the spine long and strong here. Left glute is still on. Option to lift the back knee if you haven't already. Let's move into a twist here. Left hand under that left shoulder. Peel the right arm off the ground. Or maybe tuck it into your right back pocket. Allow your left ear to fall to your left shoulder. Option to move and to open the book. Take a breath in. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath of you. Maybe round the spine as you tuck your chin. Inhale, push down through the left arm. Help you open up. Exhale. One more. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Come down, lift the back knee as you turn into side lunges. You can do twists if you want to. I'm just going to stay low and slow in my movements. Keeping that low belly pulled up and in. Good. And gently come on up to stand. Now if you're good, you're good. You can be done. I'm going to go on into slower stretches that definitely help me feel like I can be more expansive, that I can breathe better. And what you will need is a towel. All right, so I am using a yoga mat, but if you have a towel, roll it up the thinnest way so that you have a short, blunt edge. If you have a pillow, there's two ways you can do this. You can do this in standing, or you can do it on the ground. I will show standing ways first because I'm going to do it short. I don't like to do it a lot. I like to take a pillow, or you can take that and kind of place it into your hip crease or your rib area, anywhere, honestly, that feels best for you. And as you bend your knees, you can fold over it and let your head hang. Kind of create space for yourself and breathe into this back body. So the fact that I'm kind of blocking my ribs helps me breathe into my back. And that works well with a pillow as well. Or we'll take these to our low ribs. So our low ribs is if you feel around, you find that your ribs make this upside down U. You want it in that area. Everybody's different. But you want to lie your lower ribs down on that spot. And then you can rest your head on the back of your hands. And wiggle around to feel what is right And you can be here anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And you can kind of turn yourself. So like maybe you do 3 to 5 minutes here. Maybe you roll onto your right side. 3 to 5 minutes here. Roll onto your back. 3 to 5 minutes there. And then 3 to 5 minutes on your left side. Like maybe that's your flow today. But I notice focusing on my breath, focusing on my breathing to create expansiveness, that is a good one. So you're more than welcome to pause the video and try that. If not, we're moving to finish the rest of our flow. So in your own way, lie down on your back, crossing your right ankle on top of your left thigh. From here, gently reach your hands, your right hand through that center and the left hand behind that hamstring as you pull the inside of your left ankle towards you, keeping that right foot flexed. Sometimes if I'm lying on my floor, I like to put my left foot on the couch or into the couch so that I don't have to do as much work. Still feels great. Or you can put your left foot up against a wall. Breathe here. Gently allow the left foot to come down, followed by the right. Switching sides. Left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh. Pulling it in with your hands. Maybe using that left elbow to gently guide your left thigh away from you. Coming back to the sound, focus, and texture of your breath. Gently allow the right foot to come down, followed by the left. Feet come mat distance apart, knees lightly falling in towards each other. Palms can place themselves on the body, or palms can face up away from the body. Whatever you need. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. Taking time for yourself brings you space to breathe. It brings you space to take care of yourself, to understand how you're feeling. It's also necessary to exist with people. If you don't have your shit together, how can you get anyone else's shit together, right? How can you be a friend if you're still constantly in this anxious state? Listen to your breath. What is it telling you? Slow it down. Maybe count to rhythms. Count to maybe 4. I'm going to guide you 4 breaths through a breath that I like to do. If you would like to join in, you're more than welcome to. On your inhale, we'll breathe to the count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Gently allow your breath to go back to where it was. You can stay here for as long as you want, or if you're ready to end your practice, begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Turning the head left and then right. Inviting more breath and energy back into the body. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Gently rock your way up to seated. Bringing your hands to heart center, lightly pressing the palms into each other. You are strong. You are courageous. You are allowed to take up space. May you carry your breath and your strength throughout the rest of your day. Sending you light and love. Namaste.